gonna stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. Go hog.
This is a team sport. It's not a talent-based sport.
We got Bobby fucking Petrino back. If I'm honest with myself right now, it's a cool 12-0. Oh, look at that tornado.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
For the love of fucking football!
Joined, of course, by the man himself, Eric, Uncle Rico Magoo, a.k.a. at ETOF21 Sports, a.k.a. one of my closest and dearest friends. Here's your alarm. That's how you know it's ready, because Eric, boy, do I have a fucking thing to say. What a weekend of college football. This Saturday is going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fucking jam-packed, wall-to-wall, morning to night. I don't want to play too much of that. I got you.
Jesus.
We already got one comment. We got our boy Bobby Thomas coming in. Happy birthday. Getting on a plane now. Get ready to get loaded tonight.
Bobby's coming into town, dude. We're going out.
Very nice. Very, very nice, Eric. I have a lot of picks on the board. I'm sure you do as well.
More than I usually do. I kind of actually like...
You had a lot these last couple weeks.
I know, dude. I'm just hoping... I think another team I bet on fumbled, so I just...
Am I rubbing off on you or something?
I don't know, Jim. I just addicted to the game, dude.
So, again, what we like to do, before we look to the future, we look to the past. So, we're in what some people are calling the football solstice at the moment, where as of Wednesday, it was, 49 straight days of college football? 49 straight days of football?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure Tuesday games start next week, too.
Yep.
So, amazing. Shout out Missouri State and Middle Tennessee for getting us started. Shout out Middle Tennessee for getting you the cover.
Sexiest cover of the world day.
Liberty finally gets a much-needed win. I hate the Lakers. What's up? Jacksonville State gets the win over Sam Houston. Tulane cruises against ECU. Southern Miss beating Georgia Southern.
Southern Miss futures are alive. Now, can I just say something?
Is that something that Clay Helton probably shouldn't be coaching at Georgia Southern anymore?
No, not that. What if I were to tell you there was a team that just boat raced the mid-major darling, went to a SEC school and won comfortably, and then had to go to a little American Conference school, and everyone said they're going to lose? Like, sometimes you just kind of sit back and you're like, what are we doing? What are we watching? Yeah, North Texas has been a little darling story and everything, but I really didn't understand that move last night.
What do you mean, what move? Like
how it flipped. It was South Florida -2.5. It closed at North Texas -2.5.
I think just too many people betting on it. I mean, North Texas didn't do themselves any favors. The turnovers were crazy. Like, I felt like
South Florida had a lot of turnovers to start the game too.
True. It was it was setting up to be one of the most chaotic games on the planet. And then,
I really hope South Florida. I mean, like, I hope South Florida can get in. I mean, I think they can.
I hope so too.
I think they can F around and make it interesting for a half.
So, like, obviously, I like the North Texas storyline. I was rooting for them. I didn't think, if we were going by like AAC contenders / playoff like participants, if we were ranking them, they were probably like one of my least lowest ones. I probably had like USF, Memphis, Tulane in their own tier, and then North Texas, and then also probably above North Texas. I might even put ODU above North Texas the way they've been playing.
They've been playing really good.
They've been looking really good, and I may or may not be betting them. this week. And then also we had Colorado State coming out of nowhere and decimating Fresno.
I'll be honest, Jim. I was so locked into my Tigers last night.
On no planet did I think this Colorado State team, with the way they've been playing, would beat Fresno, who's looked pretty decent for a good chunk of the season. If Wyoming can get a win this week, if Wyoming can get a win today, and next week, if they can both win next week, I'm in store to find myself in a nice little fun Colorado State-Wyoming matchup when I go out there.
I cannot bet Wyoming after what I saw last week.
Oh, I'm not betting Wyoming. I'm not. And then obviously Rutgers falls again to Washington 38, Rutgers 19.
Washington lost?
No. Washington 38, Rutgers 19.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, Washington won. Rutgers was up, and then they
Jim, like I said, dude,
I know, but so this is the classic Rutgers story. The same thing happened last week to them. They get up, and then they don't capitalize on drives, let the team back in, and end up losing. Story of their season. Damn right, the red tank top. I'm feeling red. I'm feeling feisty. Eric, are you ready to get into some college football Saturday picks?
Is that a tank top from Royal Retros?
No, this one is from Mexico. Cabo Wabo.
Ooh.
It's a restaurant in Cabo. It's a good spot. It's I think Sammy Hagar owns it.
Okay.
It's like a classic rock-themed restaurant in the middle of town. It was a fun time. All right, boys. Let's go. Today, 11 a.m., noon Eastern, Alabama at Missouri. Alabama's a 3.5-point road favorite here, over under 51.5, plus 140 on the money line. Fun fact, Eric, Missouri doesn't play their first road game until week 8.
Jim, fun fact, I am on this game.
Woo-hoo! Come on!
I took Missouri here plus 3.5. This is the third straight game against a ranked opponent for Alabama. They just come off 2 hard-fought battles against Georgia and Vanderbilt. Just a tough stretch. Now they're headed down to Missouri to play an electric environment. Did you know that this is the first time they've had a top 15 matchup since 1979? This crowd is going to be rocking. They're coming off a bye week. And who did they play the week before that, Jim? Looking at their schedule, they played UMass. So let's be realistic.
They had a bye.
No disrespect to the Minutemen, but this is basically a 2-week bye. They've had 3 weeks basically now to prepare for this game, which is huge. Missouri, great in time of possession, great on third down conversion rate, 2 areas that can really wear down a defense. And when you look at Alabama, this isn't the typical Alabama defense that we've been used to. They really struggled stopping the run. They're not generating pressure. Over the last 2 weeks, Jim, they're allowing an absolute insane 8 yards per carry. That's not going to cut it with this Missouri rushing attack. Offensively, I don't think Alabama is going to be able to run it effectively on this spot. I think it's going to put pressure on their quarterback to make plays. Missouri, they're going to be able to create pressure under Drinkowitz. They've been strong to back as a dog. 59% against the number as a home dog, an impressive 10-3. Missouri's going to be able to move the ball on the ground, control the tempo. Great situational spot at home. Look, give me them, and I'm gonna say this. If Bama would have lost to Georgia, I think this number would be a little bit lesser. We saw what Florida State did. Florida State was able to run the ball, control the clock. The game was never even close. I think we're going to see a repeat of that.
You think it's not going to be close?
I mean, I think it's going to be a comfortable win.
Oh, okay. I like what I'm hearing. What do you think about the job Drinkwitz has done at Missouri?
I think it's been great, dude.
I think it's been great. Oh, I got nothing in this one. Going over my list one more time. Yeah, I didn't touch this one.
Soft, Jimmy.
Eric, look at this. Look at this.
Soft.
Look at this.
Soft. I'm going to text you the Kobe Bryant emoji right now with him just doing soft.
No. When you see the games I'm betting and the sicko nature of them, you'll understand. This is a game, though, that I will be definitely having on. Ohio State at Illinois, also at noon, because Ohio State only ever plays at noon for Fox. The Buckeyes are 14.5-point road favorites in Illinois. Over-under is 51.5, plus 470 on the money line. Does an opponent finally score double digits against Ohio State this week?
I don't know. Probably not. I hate this Illinois team.
Hate.
Not a fan.
Why the hate?
Just not a fan. I heard a funny Bert comment though. Bert story from one of the people I work with. They were telling me how her sister-in-law used to casually see, quote unquote, Bert at Wisconsin, and Bert would get drunk and just start screaming for breakfast burritos late at night.
I can relate to that. I could definitely relate to that. I mean, I like Illinois as sort of a stopgap team. I think Illinois is one of those teams that beats everyone below them and will lose to everyone above them. Like, if you beat Illinois, you're probably a playoff team. Or, like, in that category.
I think they're a 7-win team. I put them in that.
Well, their schedule's not that, whatever.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't see them. Yeah, when I did this, balloons popped.
It's weird. Pitt, Florida State, baby. Pitt at Florida State. Florida State are 10-point home favorites over under 56.5, plus 285 on the money line for the Pitt Panthers. Eric, are you getting there with Pitt?
No.
Oh. Not after what they showed last week and their dominating win against Boston College. Probably my worst prediction of the season, by the way. Boston College.
No, I got nothing, Jimmy.
I got nothing in this one too. I'm waiting on Pitt to ruin Miami's season at the end of the year. That's where I have Pitt slotted right now. I'm not really touching them. I'm not doing a ton. I'm waiting for them to ruin Miami's season. I did take the over in this game though. I did take over 56.5. I like Pitt's new quarterback. I'm finally over and out on Eli Holstein. So I'm in on this Pitt passing attack against a Florida State team who I think can obviously give up points to a decent offense like we saw against Virginia. UCF, Cincinnati. Oh, I hit the Lakers on Pitt plus 10 the money line.
Oh shit!
Ruining their season. Probably firing Norvell, right?
They're not gonna fire him, dude.
Hot seat though.
No, he's done a lot better compared to last year, though.
Yeah, but if he loses to Pitt, what is that? 3 losses?
I think if they win 7 games, he's fine.
Okay. But then hot seat next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. UCF, Cincinnati. Cincinnati, an 11.5-point home favorite. Over under 55.5, plus 330 on the money line for the Fighting Scott Frost of Central Florida.
I have nothing, dude. No idea. No clue what to do.
Who was playing quarterback for UCF?
I think it's Fancher.
You know what I did in this one, Eric? I did 2 picks.
Dude, if you bet on Cam Fancher, Jim.
I bet UCF Cincinnati over 56.5.
Okay.
Because I do think even if UCF's offense is bleh, I think Cincinnati will be able to put up points. I also bet Brendan Sorsby over 232 passing yards.
Okay.
Took a little prop on that one. I don't always come out with the props because I don't know about you. The books I use, it's so hard to find college props.
Yeah, there's only a handful. Like last week, I put together a nice little prize pick entry for people. It hit Jim, no big deal.
Well, prize picks, I'll do that every once in a while, and that's super fun. But like, just betting individual props seems super difficult if I don't have access to like the onshore books.
I love how you call them onshore.
Yeah, the real books are offshore.
Yeah.
What's Cincy to win the Big 12 or make the playoffs? You want to look that up for me while I keep going?
You know what, Jim? I'll look it up.
I appreciate you.
I'll go to an onshore.
Yeah. UCLA at your Fighting Michigan State Spartans.
I did a bet here.
Michigan State is a 7.5-point home favorite, over under 52.5, plus 230 on the money line. I will say, spoiler alert, pretty sure I have Michigan State later. Yes, I do.
Great. I'm trying to find a few.
I can look it up real quick.
All right, so my play here is I took Michigan State, but I took a -4.5 for the first half. This is a classic spot for UCLA coming off their huge win over Penn State. Historically, teams that beat a top 10 opponent have struggled to maintain the same intensity early the following week. They've covered the first half spread just 44% of the time. Now let's factor in a schedule disadvantage. A West Coast team in the Big Ten traveling east for a noon kickoff. That's a 9 a.m. body clock for UCLA. Those teams in those situations, a noon kickoff. So we're talking UCLA, Washington, USC, Oregon have covered 42.9% of the time in the first half. Now let's look at Jonathan Smith, the Michigan State coach. In his career, 54% against the number in the first half, 75% as a favorite. I expect the Spartans to come out sharp at home. UCLA will battle fatigue, natural letdown spot. Childs should have some time to operate as UCLA doesn't generate pressure. Also, Bruins have a tough time containing a mobile quarterback. Michigan State does a good job containing a mobile quarterback. I just think it's a good matchup. I think it's a good spot to fade UCLA. You know, I'll do it.
I think so too. I have them a little bit later. I love this spot for Michigan State. I feel like Childs has to have a better performance.
So Cincinnati is plus 700.
Yeah, they're 11-1 to win the Big 12, right behind Utah, Arizona State, Texas Tech. Dude, Texas Tech minus 125 to win the Big 12. By the way,
that oil money, Jimbo.
That
oil money, Jimmy.
And then you said they were what to make the playoffs?
Plus 700.
That's not bad, dude. They're looking hot.
I know. We're gonna have to fucking become a Bearcats.
Eric, I've been a Bearcats guy the entire season because guess who's the only team that's beat them so far? The fucking Cornhuskers.
No, they're done then. Over. Season over.
Well, I saw a stat. We'll get to it later, I guess. But like, if you see if you see quarterbacks passing yards versus like every other team they play versus Nebraska,
season over.
Common denominator. Got a good DB backfield. Stanford, SMU. SMU are 19.5 point favorites against Stanford, over under 55.5, plus 675 on the money line. Nothing for me in this one. I do feel like SMU's just kind of like gone away and been like they're a quiet ACC team this season.
A quiet ACC team.
Well, like last year they were fun. They had like all these fun wins. They were obviously in the race, so it's like, oh, can they make the playoffs? It's their first season in. They're spending all this money. And it's just, they're kind of just been quiet this season. I think so. I don't know about you.
It's the quiet little team. Nice little story.
I like SMU. Houston at Oklahoma State. Houston are 14.5 point road favorites at Oklahoma State. Over under is 48.5, plus 455 on the money line for the Cowboys. You got something here? You got nothing.
Nothing.
You're not gonna back the interim here at Oklahoma State?
Nothing. I got nothing.
I just worry that Oklahoma State, even without Gundy there, just the way they've kind of fallen apart, I feel like they're just going to be the punching bag, the get right spot for every Big 12 team. Louisiana at JMU. James Madison are 18.5 point home favorites, over under 45.5, plus 650 on the money line. Anything here, baby? Also, Houston. I'll make a play about Detroit sports. Houston does have a ton of injuries. Keep an eye out. Nothing for ULL JMU.
Mm-mm.
Come on, Eric. I don't either. Charlotte at Army. Army are 18.5 point home favorites against Charlotte, over under 46.5, plus 700 on the money line.
Usually I'd take a Service Academy lay in over 2 tutties, but
Charlotte's really bad.
Charlotte is Charlotte.
They're really bad. Makes you wonder how they'd be looking if they had a little Biff Poggi action.
I don't think that matters, dude.
Fun fact though, he's fading JMU for the look ahead spot because they got ODU next weekend.
They do.
Not a bad idea.
But dude, Louisiana's been
they've been really bad. But I
quarterback.
I like the logic though. Toledo at Bowling Green. Toledo are 10 point road favorites in some good action. Over under 47.5 plus 295 on the money line. Eric.
I got nothing.
Eric.
What?
I got Bowling Green plus 10. Keep it close. This is a heated rivalry, sir.
I know. The
You want
battle.
to talk about teams that hate each other?
Those schools are so next.
They're so close. They got to be the closest, right?
Yeah, they're literally like a stone's throw.
Yeah, I'm taking Bowling Green plus 10 in this one. Out of principle. For Pudge the Cat.
Okay. All right.
Miami, Ohio, at Akron. Miami are 11.5 point road favorites. Over under 46.5 plus 350 on the money line.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Well, guess what? I got there with Akron, too. Akron plus 11, baby. Come on! The Fighting Joe Moorheads, they showed some life last week. They're getting off the mat.
Who's playing quarterback? Like,
I don't care. This is a statement game. Backs against the wall. Akron straight up.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I think
Come on.
That part.
Washington State at Ole Miss. Ole Miss are 32.5 point favorites at home, over under 58.5. Did any schools get fucked more in realignment than Oregon State and Washington State?
All I have to say is I fucking love Lane Kiffin. Like, he's the only coach I follow on Twitter, and one of the schmucks from Barstool tweeted out, "This is the spot to fade Ole Miss." Lane retweeted it and said, "Let's see about that." Fucking love Lane Kiffin.
Lane's a great. Are you taking him here?
No, but I did put a future on the kid. I did put a future on Ole Miss to win it all, and for the kid to win the Heisman.
Chambliss, Trinidad Chambliss,
former Ferris State Bulldog great.
Damn right. Northern Illinois at our Eastern Michigan Eagles.
Two teams I like to take as a dog.
I know, right?
Yeah.
NIU is a 2.5 point favorite here, over under 47.5 plus 105. I hate it when teams like this play each other. You want to take Eastern Michigan here? Because I don't.
No way.
I probably I introduced 2 new parlays this week as well, aside from the round robin, Eric. One of them I'm just going to spoil it. It's called the coin flip parlay.
Jesus Christ.
I'll explain it once I get to it, but it's basically just like any game that's under 3. I just picked a money line winner.
Okay.
So we'll get to that. Some of them are favorites, some of them are not. It's fun. It was just a fun little deal. 2:30, 3:30 Eastern. Here we go, baby. Indiana at Oregon. Oregon is a 7-point home favorite, over under 53.5 plus 225 on the money line for the Fighting Kurt Signettis and Hoosiers of Indiana. Are you touching this one, dude?
No.
No? Are you going to be paying attention to this one at all?
No. I got another game.
Eric doesn't love ball. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Jim, if I'm financially invested in a game, that game has my attention.
I do not need to watch a game I'm financially invested. I'm not betting this one either. This is such a fun college football game. Like, and maybe, just maybe, again, Indiana gets blown out and they're who we think they are. They're not for real. And I turn it off. But this is such a great college football game.
Maybe.
Eric, I will respect you. Like, what I respect most about Eric is probably like, if he's got a pick or if he's got money on it, he is the most dialed in motherfucker. He is like zoned in,
I know
locked
what's
in.
happening, dude, because I have.
But like, you are completely like focused.
Dude, if I have games on my little setup that I bet on, those games will be on the 4 main screens.
So how many screens how many screens you playing with?
How many screens am I playing with?
Yeah, on like a normal like Saturday.
7.
So you got the 4 main ones and then 3 side ones.
I got the 4 main ones, then I got the iPad and my 2 laptops.
I think I max out at 6 from like being able to pay attention.
I gotcha.
So like I'll do 4. I do the YouTube TV split screen.
Okay.
And then I'll either do a laptop or sometimes I do my phone. Like I got a little coffee table, like a little like counter table. I just do my phone. Damn right, slick back hair, by the way. How bad is that Penn State win aged for the Ducks?
Awful. It's aged really bad.
It has.
But like, look at that. The game opened at 10.5. Now it's 7.5. It's moved 3 points because of that.
Yes.
Now, look, in my eyes, if I can get Oregon at a discounted price, I'll do it. Because the one thing that Indiana has shown us is when they do, I'm going to say, play up against the Penn State, against the
Ohio State,
the Oregon, they just don't have the dudes.
Now,
maybe this is the year their quarterback has looked a lot better from the time I've watched, but do we really trust Dante Moore? I've never been a Dante Moore guy, so I really don't want to get anything here.
I just feel like Oregon's going to pull away late because, like you said, I don't know if Indiana has the dudes to keep up for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
And that's no slight to Indiana. I think Indiana's a great team. I just don't think it's a like conditioning, and they're traveling. It's the same thing like when we talk about teams going west to east. I never liked this time slot's great for them, but it's still the travel.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma at Texas. Red River Shootout, baby. Red River Shootout. Texas are 1.5 point favorites here.
State Fair?
No, I have not. Have you?
No.
I was seeing some people on TikToks that they were saying it was kind of dead this year. And then they showed the prices of stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's why it's dead. Shit was crazy expensive. But Texas is a 1.5 point favorite. Does this mean Mateer's not playing?
I honestly don't know.
I wanted to get there with Oklahoma because I think the best thing in this game will be the Oklahoma defense. But I ended up just doing nothing. I don't even know if I played the under, which I thought about doing. Let me take a quick look. Nope, no under. Yeah, stayed away. Iowa State at Colorado. Oh, Sports Facts. I went 3 or 4 years ago. It was okay. Yeah, it cost way too much money. You been to any state fair, Eric?
The Illinois and Wisconsin.
I've been to the Nebraska State Fair. And then I've been to a state fair equivalent in Wyoming, their Frontier Days.
How close are you to fucking Wyoming, dude?
It was like a 6.5, 7 hour drive.
That's too far from me.
That's whatever. It's too far for you, a guy who doesn't fly.
Too far. Dude,
Iowa
for 3 hours, dude, that's a
you just don't go.
No, I'll fucking fly.
Oh, okay. Iowa State at Colorado. Iowa State is a 3-point road favorite here, over under 51.5, plus 124 on the money line. You touching this one?
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't hear which one.
Iowa State, Colorado.
No.
I'm not touching this one either. I will say this might be like, is Deion Sanders not going to be coaching after this season? Not because of like any job that he's doing, but just for pure health reasons.
He is a little banged up, which is a little sad to see.
Like he had to go to the hospital. What was it like? Not that long ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Again, quiet year. They've kind of like gone under the radar.
Did you see the John Gruden? I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, man.
NC State, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 24.5 point home favorite, over under 59.5, plus 1,300 on the money line for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, nothing.
I got something in this one, Eric. I got something here. And that's my classic Notre Dame play of the over. I'm taking over 59.5. I think Notre Dame could probably put up 60 on NC State by themselves. But I think NC State has a feisty enough offense to sort of play pace for a little bit.
Okay.
So I took the over. Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech are 14-point home favorites, over under 55.5, plus 425 on the money line for the Hokies. Getting there, Eric.
Jim,
Getting there. I wanted to get there with Virginia Tech.
No, I got nothing, dude.
Northwestern, Penn State. Penn State are 21.5-point home favorites here. The total is 47.5 plus 800 on the money line for the Wildcats. Bounce back spot for the Nittany Lions. Will Penn State ever cover a spread this season? I believe they are 0-5.
Will Penn State ever cover? I'd like to think so, but I'm going.
Have not covered a spread yet this season.
Fun fact. No.
Do we ride that train? Do we take Northwestern?
I got nothing.
I feel like we're behind on that one. Nebraska at Maryland. The Cornhuskers of Nebraska are 6.5-point road favorites against Maryland. Over under 47.5 plus 215 on the money line.
I got nothing, Jimmy.
Nothing. I will be watching this one. I did not bet this one. I thought about putting Nebraska in a teaser. Then I thought better of it. TCU, Kansas State. Purple on purple, baby.
Purple.
TCU is a 2.5-point road favorite here in Manhattan, Kansas. Over under 55.5 plus 110 on the money line for the Wildcats of Kansas State.
Got nothing, Jimmy.
You got nothing? I'm taking K-State money line. Plus 117.
I got nothing.
I'm taking K-State money line here, baby. They probably won't. They'll probably do what they did against Baylor and find like a crazy last-second way to lose the game. Air Force at UNLV. UNLV is a 7-point home favorite here, over under 64.5 plus 250 on the money line. Will UNLV continue to get away with it?
If you look at the box score of the Wyoming game last week, they should have lost by double digits. I have no idea how they won that game. Obviously, it was a 2 block punts. First time since 20 years since it's happened for touchdowns. But why UNLV sucks. They're the most overrated team in the league. But Air Force really down year this year. I can't get there. I
think Air Force might be the worst team in the Mountain West.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking to fade UNLV in the right spots. But this isn't the right spot.
How many times have you faded them already to your detriment?
Only twice. I faded
them
against Miami, where they got there, and I faded them against last week against Wyoming. They should have got there.
ODU at Marshall. Old Dominion are 14.5-point road favorites at Marshall. Over under 57.5 plus 440 on the money line. I got to play here, Eric.
Nothing.
ODU minus 7.5 first half. I think they pull away. I think they come out swinging. I think they come out hot. Maybe Marshall gets a backdoor, but I think ODU dominates early on. Wake Forest and Oregon State. Same logic, played Marshall, which I get. It's the ODU JMU angle. I get it. Wake Forest, Oregon State. Wake Forest is a 3-point road favorite at Oregon State. Total 50.5. Beavs are plus 120 on the money line.
Jim,
take the Beavers, Eric. Do it.
I'm taking the Beavers. Give me Oregon State plus 3. Classic spot play for me. Wake Forest is coming off a big win over Vatech, where they were 7-point dogs. They have a bye, then they're starting ACC play. But before that, they need to fly all the way across country, take on a winless Oregon State. Brutal travel spot and a focus spot. And I'm just kind of supplying the same logic that we've seen here with these ACC teams traveling out west to play teams like Cal and Stanford. They have struggled badly. It's tough for those East Coast programs to get this cross country now to go cross country and play non-conference. When we look at Wake Forest over the last 20 years, just 43% against the number. This is not a team that travels well in this road as a road favorite. Perfect for a letdown look-ahead spot. Meanwhile, if we just kind of look at Oregon State's last couple games against Houston, Fresno State, they haven't won, but the performances have improved. They're more competitive, cleaned up some mistakes. They should have beat Houston actually last week, game they lost in overtime. Special teams have been brutal this year. They did make a big change by firing their special teams coach. A move like that can kind of spark the locker room. I think this is a sleepy spot for Wake Forest, the classic buy low spot I love for Oregon State. So I'm going to take Oregon State here, plus 3, and I hate myself.
Also on principle, I just can't take Wake Forest as a road favorite.
Yeah.
It's
like the last 20 years as a road favorite.
That's just principle. Ball State, Western Michigan. Western Michigan's an 8.5-point home favorite here, over under 43.5 plus 260 on the money line. Can Ball State get 2 in a row?
No clue.
Probably not, though. Probably not. I stayed away from this one. App State at Georgia State. App State are 2.5-point road favorites, over under 55.5, plus 114 on the money line for Georgia State. Guess what? I took Georgia State money line first half.
Ooh.
I got feisty with it. Sports Talk coming in, by the way. Took Ball State, hate Western Michigan.
Solid logic.
That is good logic. I respect that. I hate the Lakers on App State. I only need Georgia State to win first half. Navy at Temple. Navy is a 10-point road favorite here, over under 52.5, plus 295 on the money line. And you know what I did, Eric? I took the over.
Ooh.
I took the over 52.5 for Temple Navy. And
Balls.
just like our friend, let's make some money 6-9, I am on Temple plus 10.
You, dude. Look at Jimmy making moves.
Hootie who? Hootie fucking who, dude? Arkansas at Tennessee. The Tennessee Volunteers are 10-point home favorites against Arkansas here. Over under is 68.5. Plus 310 on a money line. What a total.
What's the total here for this game, I'm sorry?
68.5.
Talking a little Arkansas football, right?
Yeah, Arkansas, Tennessee, baby. I took the over. I did it.
You ready? You ready for me, dude?
Give it.
I took Arkansas plus 12.5. What is the new norm in college football, Jim? NIL.
Yeah.
And what has interim coach Bobby Petrino, what has he been saying to the players and saying to the media? He's saying, I'm telling all these players they're playing for the NIL next season. Honestly, that is the smartest thing a fucking interim coach can do. You know what I mean? You're telling these players, look, the season's over, but you know what? You're playing for money for next season. That is so fucking smart. Am I wrong? You know what I mean? Like, am I wrong? He's actively telling these kids you are playing for their next NIU. That's going to hold more focus, more responsibility. Now, they also got rid of their DC. I've heard while reading stuff online that the practices on the defensive side have looked better. Petrino said in a press conference, after a player on the defensive side makes a play, he expects every single one of the team to go up and dap him on the helmet. Dude, I'm just saying, Jim, this may seem like little stuff, but this is
No,
stuff,
it is.
This is stuff in my eyes that matter. It shows cohesiveness, you know what I mean? As a team supporting a player, you're motivating these players by saying, hey, you know what? You got to fucking do well on the field if you want to make money next year because we suck right now. So you got to lock in. Now, hold on. I don't trust Aguilar as a quarterback at all at Tennessee to be laying this many points. Arkansas still has talent. Petrino can still game plan. Tennessee's defense historically has had trouble with mobile quarterbacks under Heupel. I think Petrino's using the money angle to motivate these players. I think 12.5 is way too many points in a game that's going to be insanely high scoring where stops are going to be a premium. I'm going to take Arkansas here. Give me the Hogs.
What do you think about it being down to 10 now?
Well, Jim, you know what, dude? I'm sorry, Jim.
No. You got the good bet. You got it.
I would still play it at 10.
Okay, I just want the advice for the people.
You know what, dude? I'm sorry, people.
No, your pick is 12.5. Like, this is why you should just follow Uncle Rico around. Maybe stalk him a little bit. Get his picks. Do you think they end up hiring old Road Rash face?
I hope they do. God, that would make my fucking day. I would love it, dude. I would fucking love it, dude.
You know he'll burn it to the ground again.
But for a season, maybe two, it'd be magical.
Yeah. For a while, for a moment in time, it would be very, very entertaining.
Who would it do? Who would they go hire?
I think the favorites are like Rhett Lashley. He's up there. I forget. There's a couple coordinators too. I don't think they go with Lashley. I don't think they dip into SMU ever again with how bad the last time went. UAB, Florida Atlantic, FAU, 4.5-point home favorites here, over under 67.5, plus 164 on the money line. Don't overthink it. FAU minus 4.5. I'm just doing it. You didn't touch that one, Eric?
I'm not doing it.
Florida at Texas A&M. Texas A&M are 7-point home favorites. Over under 47.5 plus 215 on the money line.
This one says Tulane's John Summerall, Texas State's Kine, or Memphis's Ryan Silverfield.
I like Summerall.
Yeah.
I like Summerall. You got anything in Florida A&M?
Dude, A&M's really good. A&M is really good. Now, can Napier rally the troops again? Napier has been such a cash cow as a dog. I really wanted to get here, but Jim, I have too many bets, so I didn't do anything.
It depends to me how hot is Napier's seat. That's the big thing for me. If his seat is like red hot, I'll take Florida. If it's just like lukewarm and kind of hot, I'll be riding with A&M. But I stayed away from this one. Iowa at Wisconsin. The Hawkeyes are 3.5.
What does he
point? Oh, we have a connection issue somewhere. Is it me? No. Are you there, Eric? Did we lose Uncle Rico? Are we a man down?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, where'd you go, Jim?
There he is. I just gotta put your blank face up there. Okay, well, we were talking about Napier.
Yeah.
I was saying if his seat's like red hot, then I trust Florida. If not, then no.
Okay.
Iowa at Wisconsin. The Hawkeyes are 3.5-point road favorites in Madison. The total is 37.5 plus 145 on the money line for the Badgers.
I took Wisconsin here plus 3. The big stuff going around is Wisconsin gave up 42 points last week to Iowa. Did you know that every day since that happened, at the end of practice, do you know how they're ending their practices?
How are they doing it?
By doing 42 push-ups.
Okay, that's an Eric move right there.
Dude, and I guess like from what I've read on social media, they have signs like up in their locker room. Who gives up 42 to Iowa? I mean, the coaching staff is just kind of doing like one of those mental things with them to kind of get them locked.
This is sort of like their
It's
Super Bowl.
been Super Bowl. Yeah, it's been circled. It's their Super Bowl. Do we really trust Iowa to win at margin? We really have no idea what's going in their offense. Who's going to be playing fucking quarterback? Always a tough sell. Built to play, low scoring field position game. When you have a low total like this, it's 30-5. I'm always going to lean to the underdog, especially when the underdog is motivated like Wisconsin does. Also, the Badgers have been banged up on defense. Some of their key players are going to come back. And Iowa's not an explosive offense, man. They're just going to grind it out, play special teams, play defense. I get the revenge angle, motivation, low total. This is Wisconsin's Super Bowl. And quite frankly, Luke Fickell, he could be coaching for his career, for his job right now. So,
I think he very much is. Also, I'm again, I didn't look anything up. Call me stupid. Don't call me a stat guy. I just feel from watching them a couple times, I felt like Wisconsin's pretty decent against the run.
yeah.
Like the way they played Michigan last week, the way they sort of like Alabama didn't beat them by running the ball. They beat them by passing all over them. And I don't expect Iowa, if they can't run the ball to set up the pass, I don't expect Gronowski to have that great of a game. I don't expect this Iowa offense to have a fantastic game. But this game's always a rock fight. Every single year it's a rock fight.
Yeah.
I don't hate your Wisconsin logic. I didn't bet this one. San Jose State at Wyoming. SJSU are 1.5-point road favorites at Wyoming, over under 49.5, minus 102 on the money line for Wyoming. Wyoming's off your list of betting, right? Like they're on the bad list right now.
Yeah, just want nothing to do with those Cowboys.
We will move on. ULM, Coastal Carolina. ULM, a 2.5-point road favorite here against the Chanticleers. Over under 46.5, plus 114 on the money line for Coastal. Man, what a far cry away we are from 2020 Coastal.
I know.
I think they should fire Tim back, if I'm being honest.
Oh, 100%.
Get his ass out of there. I didn't bet anything in this one, by the way. Michigan at USC. USC, the Trojans, 2.5-point home favorites here. Over under 56.5, plus 120 on the money line.
I took USC here. I feel we're kind of getting them at a discounted price. Everyone's going to be talking about that Illinois loss. Total nightmare spot. Ton of injuries on the offensive line. Now, they had depth issues on the secondary. They had freshmen who shouldn't even be on the field playing because of the injuries they had. And then it came out that players got food poisoning the night before. So literally, that team against Illinois was insanely depleted. And they still were in a game with an reshuffled offensive line, back four with two freshmen who shouldn't be on the field, and they're in a position to win a game. Now, Graham and Ramsey are going to both be back on the defensive side, which boosts up big. For defensively, they're coming off a bye. USC should be well-rested, refocused, and healthy. When I look at the matchup, I just don't trust this Michigan offense can keep up. On the flip side, will USC be able to get some stops? I don't know. But the Michigan offense just isn't as explosive as this USC offense is. Top 5 nationally in both rushing efficiency and passing success rate. Best wide receiver duel in the country. Their quarterback is playing at an absolute Heisman level right now. When you put it all together, this is just a team I absolutely love. Give me a USC minus 2.5.
I think this will also be like a crazy narrative game. I think whoever wins this one does set themselves up nicely for a potential playoff run.
So that's the thing. Like, hypothetically, if you think – so I think USC is going to win this game. Let's see what their playoff odds are.
Yeah, see what their playoff odds are. Because I didn't bet this one.
Jim thinking like a sharp.
Hey, I didn't bet this one. I have something about it a little bit later. I do feel like Michigan probably has the advantage in the trenches, but I just don't feel like if their offense needs to keep up, like if USC is scoring on them, because their offensive line is probably easily the best offensive line Michigan's played this season. If like USC is scoring and Michigan needs to like keep pace, I don't know if they could do that.
Can I just say fuck?
What?
So I'm on DraftKings right now. Just randomly went to DraftKings. They have this thing called Barstool Picks.
Yeah, they're partnered with Barstool, dude.
Well, they fucking have Barstool College Football Show, Missouri plus 3.5. I swipe over. Unnecessary Roughness, Missouri plus 3.5.
Yeah.
Brandon College Football Parlay, Missouri money line. So basically, my Missouri bet is just fucking shot, dude.
Well, their bets don't always lose. They're not that what's that guy on Twitter, Trent? Betting with Book It with Trent or something like that, where every time that guy posts a pick, it loses.
Here we go. Michigan is plus 235 to make the college football playoff.
What's USC?
Plus 700.
Value.
USC plus 700. Let's put it on the docket.
Okay, boom, added. Georgia at Auburn. Oh, I love this rivalry. God, what a great day of college football we have. Georgia's a 4-point road favorite here, over under 48.5, plus 160 on the money line. You take this one at all, Eric?
You know what, dude? I did, buddy. I took Auburn here.
I knew it.
The 3.5. Great situational spot. Auburn has the better playmakers in this matchup. I really like what I've seen from them in the trenches. You can pass on Georgia as well. Their secondary is down compared to years past. They've been physical on both sides of the ball. They've held their own against tougher opponents. They're more battle-tested than Georgia is. Honestly, I have not been impressed with what I've seen from this Georgia. They've been inconsistent. Defense hasn't been dominant, especially against mobile quarterbacks, and that's exactly what Arnold is for Auburn. Now, when we look at Arnold, he struggled on the road. But this is at home. I really think that playing at Jordan Hare is going to be huge for him because it's not going to have the road pressures. We're not going to see the miscues. Hugh Freeze has had 2 peaks prepared for this game. That is huge. Freeze has been one of the better coaches in the country as a dog. 33-17, 66% as a home dog. 13-5, 72%. Now, when we look at the SEC as a home dog, 10-4, 71% as a home dog. Elite. Auburn has been finishing drives. They're top 20 in the country at finishing drives. That means scoring when you get inside the opponent's 40. Georgia, outside the top 85. Georgia's defense can't generate pressure. They're going to give Auburn time. Auburn is going to be able to move the ball. Everything lines up here. Auburn, better playmaker, historic coach that struggles, better in the trenches than people realize. This is just a down year for Georgia. Give me Auburn here, plus 3.5.
Update for you, Eric. Barstool pick, Auburn plus 4. So.
God, fucking damn it. Fuck Barstool, man. Right.
I didn't touch this one. I can't trust Auburn. I'm sorry. I can't with this team.
What's that? Was it GIF or the meme? Or is it? That should be you, dude.
I can't trust this Auburn team. Kansas and Texas Tech. Texas Tech are 14-point home favorites here, over under 59.5, plus 470 on the money line. Somebody being me, bet over 59.
Ooh, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think points. I think Kansas does a good job of getting rid of the ball quick and making things weird on offense. I think they can put up points. I think Texas Tech probably ends up like very easily covering the spread. But I think Kansas can put up points and get us to that over. Also, I think Kansas' defense is trash. So give me points. I think their defense is bad. I think Kansas is like one of those feisty Big 12 teams. I don't think they're competing for the conference this season, but I think they're feisty. Clemson at Boston College. Clemson is our 14-point road favorites. Over under 54.5, plus 455 on the money line.
I got nothing.
BC. I'm out on BC. You lose like that to Pitt with a first-time starting quarterback.
You lose like that to Pitt.
Did you see that score last week?
I did not, Jimmy.
Let me pull it up for you. BC versus Pitt football. Eric, it was 48-7.
That's a grind.
You can't lose like that to Pitt and expect me to back you. Worst take of the year, me, for my super hot take of thinking Boston College would be something this season. Purdue at Minnesota. Minnesota's a 7.5-point favorite here at home, over under 49.5, plus 240 on the money line for the Fighting Purdue's, the Boilermakers, baby.
I got nothing here, Jimmy.
Purdue's fun. They're a feisty team. I like what Odom's doing, but I don't know, bounce back spot for Minnesota, I think.
I mean, like I had them last week. You weren't here. Plus the points against Illinois. They were in control of the game early. They had that fumble to kind of flip anything, and then they had an opportunity for the back door, and the fucker dropped the pass. So
yeah, I
got nothing.
Rice, but they're like I feel like you can see the direction that Purdue's going as a program.
Okay.
Like I feel like they're showing steps. Like they're not obviously. Remember how bad they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
God. Rice at UTSA. UTSA are 10-point home favorites here, over under 48.5, plus 285 on the money line.
I got nothing, Jimmy.
I got something a little bit later. Nothing right now, though. Yeah. South Carolina at LSU. LSU, the Tigers, are 8.5-point home favorites here. Over under 48, 44.5, plus 260 on the money line. Both teams that I felt like are kind of disappointed with how the season's going so far.
I got nothing, Jimmy.
I think both teams expected to be more than what they have been. I believe I have something a little bit later, maybe. Do I? I don't know. Actually, yes, I do. BYU at Arizona. BYU, the Cougars are 2.5-point road favorites, over under 47.5, plus 114 on the money line. You do anything here, Eric?
I got nothing.
I got BYU -2 against this Arizona team. BYU is going to do it again. They're gonna go late into the season. People are going to be like, "Damn, is BYU going to make the Big 12 championship game?" And the answer will probably be no. But they're going to make people talk. You're going to come face to face with Mormonism, and if you blink, they'll get you. Troy, Texas State. Texas State are 7.5-point home favorites here against Troy. Over under 54.5 plus 250 on the money line for the Trojans.
I got nothing, Jimmy.
I also have nothing here. Texas State's been a fun story. They're fun. New Mexico, Boise State. Boise State are 15.5-point home favorites here. Over under 58.5 plus 525 on the money line. You know what I did, Eric? I took this one. I took New Mexico plus 16.5.
Respect.
And I also got sick with it. I took New Mexico first half money line plus 360.
Jimmy, you're a disgusting man, dude.
Yeah. I hope New Mexico comes out hot, and then maybe like if they lose, Boise State is just like slow, methodical comeback in the second half.
You're a disgusting man, Jim. I love it.
It's one of the nicest things you've ever said to me. Arizona State at Utah. Utah are 9.5-point home favorites here. Over under 44.5 plus 285 on the money line. 9.5 seems like a lot, but like Arizona State never does anything here in Utah.
I got nothing. They got some injuries too, and the thing that upsets me about Utah is you don't know. You know what I mean?
Right? We still don't know. It feels
like, well, I mean, like injury wise, like what's going on with them? Like
he's really good with that. I don't know. I honestly don't know how good this Utah team is.
Yeah,
I think they're good, and I think we're valuing that Texas Tech win like appropriately, but I don't know. San Diego State at Nevada. San Diego State are 7-point road favorites here. Over under 42.5 plus 210 on the money line for Nevada for the Wolfpack, huh? Eric, Wolfpack.
I got nothing here, Jimmy.
And the will Eric still be awake when this game is going on game? Utah State at Hawaii.
The answer is no.
At 11 p.m. our time, Central Time, God's time, midnight Eastern. Utah State are 1.5-point home favorites here. Over under 56.5 plus 105 on the money line. Guess what? I took Hawaii straight up on the island.
Can I say this? How the fuck is CJ Carr listed at a better price for the Heisman than the USC quarterback?
Mayava?
What fucking world are we living in?
We'll take the value, Eric.
Like, what fucking world are we living in?
Well, I guess because he's been putting up points for Notre Dame. Like, their offense has been putting up points.
Oh, shit.
So, like, CJ Carr's probably looked good, and he'll probably continue to look really good against the level of competition that Notre Dame's going to play the rest of the season. So, like, he'll probably have, like, super good numbers. I'm just saying the logic. I think Mayava's a way better quarterback, but I'm just telling you what, like, the logic behind it.
I'll tell you what, man.
Let me tell you three things.
I'll tell you what. Banana Razor 59.
I missed 2 picks, by the way. I took the under 44 in South Carolina LSU. Forgot to give that one out. And I took, I don't know, was it not listed? Yeah, I forgot to even mention it. Potential game of the day, UMass at Kent State. I took Kent State -2.5 versus UMass.
I love you for it, Jimmy. I love it.
Eric, do you have any other picks before we get to the round robins and other such?
No, I put together a prize pick when we were talking to you. So
okay, well, I'll go through my parlays and then I'll get to the round robin. So let me go through this parlay first. It's the coin flip parlay. So what I did is I took all these teams, all these games where it was a 2.5-point spread, or like under 3. So anything under 3.
Mm-hmm.
I took just these teams on the money line. So here's the parlay. These are all money line plays. Some of them are favorites, so I know it's going to be a little gross. Kent State, straight up. ULM, straight up. NIU, straight up. I took Michigan over USC. BYU, straight up. Kansas State to get the win. Wake Forest to get the win. Oklahoma to win and Hawaii to win. Plus 32.79.
That is disgusting. I just threw up on my mouth, Jim.
Well, how about this one, Eric? I got one too for you. This is just vibes based, but it was totals I liked. Navy Temple over 42.5. Oh, sorry, over 52.5. UCF Cincinnati over 56.5.
Respect.
Pitt FSU under 56.5.
Respect.
Kansas Texas Tech over 59.
Interesting. Michigan
USC under 57. That kind of plays into my Michigan moneyline parlay part there. Arkansas Tennessee over 68.5. I hope we reach numbers never before seen. Florida Texas A&M under 48. South Carolina LSU under 44. NC State Notre Dame over 59.5, and Oklahoma Texas under 44.5 plus 69292. That's a 600 to 1, by the way.
I have no words, Jim. I got no words, Jimmy.
I, of course, still have the round robin and the little tease, but what's your prize picks?
Prize picks. We went with. I'm pulling up right now. Just a basic 3-team, 3-person. Justice Haynes from Michigan over 102.5 rushing yards. Cam Coleman from Auburn over 54.5 receiving yards. And then Hardy from Missouri over 94.5 rushing yards.
I like it. My round robin. We're taking Bowling Green, Michigan, Temple, and Rice. A lot of plus 200 or mores in there, by the way. For you, a little cheeky 4-teamer.
A little cheeky 4-teamer.
Took them 1s, 2s, and then all together, all 4.
Okay. So my round robin is we are going. Where are we at? Missouri plus 140, Arkansas plus 375, Wisconsin plus 140, Auburn plus 145, and the Beavers plus 120.
Hell yes. Are you ready for this teaser?
As long as it's like disgusting and won't hit.
It is disgusting. I hope it hits. We're kind of doing the opposite of Old Man complaining about Detroit. I'm taking both those games because I'm teasing JMU down to 11.5, and I'm teasing ODU down to -8. And then,
Jimmy,
we tease your Michigan State Spartans down to 1. 1 point favorites here.
Jesus, they'll probably be the ones that fuck it up for it.
I'm going to tease Utah down to 3. I'm going to tease Texas A&M down to 1.5, and I'm going to tease Oregon down to 1.5. Plus 550 for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-teamer.
Nice, juicy little 6-teamer.
Little plus 550 6-teamer. I thought about doing a 7-point parlay instead of the normal 6. Okay. It would have been like plus 320 or something like that. Okay. I did not do that. Most exciting game of the day, Eric.
Jesus, most exciting.
You can't say Kent State, UMass.
Well, fuck you, Jim. I think it's going to be the Auburn game.
I think that one will be electric. That one will be amazing. I think it could be Florida, Texas A&M too.
That's Florida team, man. Like
if they're firing, they'll make it fun. And I will be staying up for the Utah State Hawaii game. Eric will not.
I'm gonna be like curled up in my bed, dude.
Is your birthday coming up or something?
Oh, it's actually today, bud.
Oh well, I gotta get you something. Should I do a tornado for your birthday?
Why don't you do a tornado? Why don't you give the people a tornado for my birthday, bud?
You want to over under how long this beer's just been sitting on the floor here?
A day.
try like a month and a half.
Jesus.
This is a nice warm room temperature beer. Let me find the tornado music. I got. Oh, here it is. Tornado for Uncle Rico. Happy birthday, brother. Woo! That's warm. Oh God,
Oh, Jimmy, you okay, bud?
it's really warm.
Jesus.
It's so foamy.
What's
Okay.
with your lips?
Whew. That might be coming back up in like 5 minutes. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you next time for another episode of the College Football Tailgate. Bye-bye, everybody.